sis, travel, connect, build what you need to build, and have fun, live your life. Fuck everyone else's opinions. They ain't shit. Fuck everyone dissing you about being a dancer. They ain't getting enough money clearly. And live your motherfucking life. So today's video, I'm gonna be talking. I actually just got this request. I'm over here debating what video I should make, but today's video, I'm going to be talking about traveling alone as a dancer, what you should do when you are traveling alone as a dancer, if you should travel alone as a dancer, or if you should go with other people. Here's what I think. If you want to travel to dance, bitch, go get your money. What the hell is stopping you? Is it your friends? Is it your family? Is it because you don't want to be alone? Are you not trying to work because you don't want to go by yourself? Or are you only wanting to work if someone else goes with you? Let me tell you one thing. A lot of people are afraid to do things alone. For what? What are you afraid of? For me, the way that I look at me getting money is I usually always go myself, because if I have another head with me, that just means more responsibility. No matter who you go with, it could be your best friend, it could be your homegirl, anybody that you go with. Just know, as a dancer, to me, I rather just go solo, just because when I go solo, I could focus on literally just me, and I don't have to worry about the next person. Going with homegirls is fun. I guess it's more entertaining. You're more welcomed. You feel more safe that way. But the cons of going with someone else is just taking out more time. Oh, they're hungry. We need to go eat now. Oh, she's missing her eyelash glue. We gotta go to the store now. Oh, she gotta go get her hair or her nails done real quick, or have her eyebrows threaded before she go to work. Oh my gosh, she on her period. Hold up, let me go get a tampon. Like, that's just hella extra shit and time consuming. Both of y'all are on a mission to get money, but both of y'all, it's just those small things like that that really do add up on time, which is something that I don't fuck with. Like, when I get my money, I like to go get my money and go get what I need to do. And sometimes it's just best to be stingy with your time, because that's just how you work way more efficient. If you're planning on traveling alone to dance, then I recommend a few things. One, always let someone know where the hell you're going. You don't want to just go MIA, because especially you're a pretty ass girl, you want to leave to go dance. Sometimes it's just not safe, especially if you're going to a new state that you've never been before, a completely new environment. You never know what to expect. You never know who you're gonna run into. You never know literally anything. Traveling alone is something so spontaneous and so exciting, and it's definitely a daring experience, because you never know what you're gonna expect. You're never gonna know how much money you're gonna make. So if you're planning on traveling, let someone know. And also, tip number 2 is make sure you got your funds ready. If you're leaving to go work somewhere, you have to make sure that even if you're leaving to make money, you're going there with money. You're going there with enough money where you can survive without you even dancing. Because if you travel, let's say you travel somewhere and you work at a club, but the club isn't what you expected. You ain't making money at this club. The club turned out to be trash. Everyone's clout talk. It's just not working. Like, what the hell are you gonna do? You came here to make money. You spent all your money on a room. You spent all your money on makeup products and hair because you thought you was gonna make it back, and you ended up not making it back. That's one thing that's very important, and a common mistake in all people that do travel is they are not prepared financially, and you need to be prepared financially. You need to come with money. You need to come with enough money for you to last without you making any money. Step number 3 is when you travel to another state to dance, it's best to not keep your hopes up. Just because, like, you don't want your, you don't want to bring yourself down. You don't want to put your hopes up super high to say, oh shit, I'm about to make 5 bands tonight, and you probably wasn't even close to making 5 bands tonight. Like, you really don't set your standards so high. Whatever you make, at the end of the night just be grateful for. That's something that I do that always keeps me pushing every single day, is I don't worry about how much money I'm gonna make. As long as I made something and I'm progressing and making a little bit more each day, that's what keeps me going the next day. Like, if you go to work and your standards are super high and at the end of the night you're hella disappointed and you get hella irritated, what's gonna happen the next day? You're just gonna be more irritated. You're gonna lose your ambition, you're gonna lose your motive, and you don't want that. You want to protect your energy and protect whatever you got going on in your head so you can go harder for the next day. So where your mind's at is super important, especially for my independent boss ladies. You need to control your mind, and you need to know how to prepare yourself for the very worst situations. What is it? Tip number 4, tip number 5. I don't even know what tip we're at. But another traveling tip that I would recommend for girls that are traveling with someone else or by themselves, I would recommend not getting, like, I know, especially being a dancer, you want to feel high class, you want to feel like you're on the top, you want to feel like because you're an independent boss ass bitch and you're traveling, you're flying to another state making these bands, you want to stay in the most high class hotel. Boo boo, don't do that. Especially if you don't know how it's gonna be, I would recommend not booking the most expensive room. Honestly, find a cheap room that the price is nothing, just to stay in one night, just to know what type of money you're working with before, and then after that you know your money's good and you can afford whatever room you can afford, then you could book a better room after, because you don't want to spend so much beforehand not knowing how much you're actually gonna make. Just protect yourself, protect your money. You don't know what you're gonna get into, so you have to be extremely cautious about your surroundings and about how much money you're spending, because you don't know how much money you're losing compared to how much money you're gonna make. And also, you might make good money one day, but the next day is not guaranteed. You have to know that being a dancer, the money is kind of like a lottery game. You never know what you're going to hit for one day, what you're going to hit for the next day. You can predict that. I'd say you give it 1 or 2 weeks working at one club, then you can predict the type of money that you know you're going to come in, because you've been there for a whole week. That gives you a solid what days are best, what days are slow. Second week can give you a more solid answer of what days are good and what days are bad. You cannot judge a club on the first day, because each day can be different. You really don't know who's gonna come in and who's not gonna come in. You don't know who's gonna like you and who's not gonna like you. Everybody got their own opinion, everybody got their own taste. Not everyone's gonna like you, not everyone's gonna dislike you. So be prepared for that. That's the luck of it all, is you never know. But what you do know is how to hustle. You do know your mouthpiece. You do know tips and tricks that y'all can get from my other videos on how to make extra money, especially at a slow club. So if you do want to check that video, just go on my page and find it, or I might just leave a link down in the description box. So with traveling, I know that being solo, you can get very lonely. Or sometimes being solo, like, you just be bored, and there's a lot of guys in the club that are like, oh, what are you doing? Let's hang out after. I don't always recommend hanging out with every guy that you meet just for the money, but I would say just feel them out. And usually when you talk to a person for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you know what the person is about. You kind of get a feeling of the person's energy, if he's cool, if he's a weirdo. But being a dancer, you just connect in a lot of ways. So definitely when you travel, that's one thing I love about traveling, is you just get to network and meet so many different people. So if you do plan on keeping contacts with people and networking with people and meeting people outside the club, then just be careful. Let your friends know where you're at. What I do is I always send a drop-in wherever I'm at, just so someone knows where the hell I am, because you don't know what the hell's gonna happen to you. Why the fuck is my motherfucking dog barking? I'm gonna kill him. Hold on, y'all. Okay. Anyways, y'all. Sorry about that. My dog is a trip. But, like I was saying, so that's one thing that I love about being a dancer, is I get to network and meet a lot of new people. Just make sure that someone always knows where you're at. And also, before you meet with anyone, make sure you know what their intentions are. Make sure you feel their energy out and make sure they're cool and not a weirdo, because the last thing you want to do is meet with someone and something bad happens or they end up grilling you. Another advice for my ladies is, I know being a pretty ass girl, you always got people trying to fly you out. Dudes will ask you to fly you out all the time, and if you never got that, then I'm sorry. Being a pretty girl, you, especially on your Instagram, or people you meet that aren't from the club but are from another state, they're always gonna be like, oh, let's fly you out. Oh, I want to fly you out. Come work out here. I got you. No, you can stay with me. My advice on that is, a dude might say he gonna let you stay with him, but what the hell is his intentions? What the hell does he want from you? What the fuck, does he think you're a motherfucking prostitute? Does he think he's gonna pimp you? Does he think that you're gonna give everything up to him? Like, you just don't know. Even though they may seem cool, at the end of the day, you don't know what their intentions are. And I recommend, if you want to fly out somewhere, if you're really the plug to a flight and he's saying, oh, you can come stay with me, I'd say, hey, if he seems cool and that's what you want to do, then go for it. But please, ladies, don't go broke. I know homegirls that went to another state broke before and came to Yams for help, and money had to be sent out to them, so they had a flight home, because they didn't want to stay with this weird ass dude, he turned out to be a weirdo, I just want my own room, blah, 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 blah. So my advice to you, if a dude is bragging about flying you out somewhere and introducing you to new clubs that you can work at, cool, go do that. Let him get you into a club, finesse whatever you gotta finesse with him, get whatever bag you gotta get with him. He's the plug somewhere, then get that plug, and then once you find out that he's a weirdo, make sure, this is where you gotta make sure you're a boss, you're a real boss ass female, and you got your funds together, book your room solo, and leave his ass and go do your own thing. Because majority of the time, when a dude wants to put you on, a dude wants some, guess what, not gonna, happen, you feel me? Not gonna motherfucking happen. The only way a dude can't finesse you, if you got your shit together. You gotta play smart. Don't let them play smart on you, okay? Because we not getting into any bad predicaments when we flying out. We're being smart, we're being logical, we're gonna have our funds together, and we're gonna do everything that we want to do in any other state, because bitch, we got the funds and we can do that. It ain't nobody, we don't gotta rely on nobody, we don't gotta rely on anybody else's money, because we got our own money. So my advice is to make sure you got your bag secured before you leave. Do not rely on another state to make your money. Do not rely on another man to have your money. Do not rely on anybody else, especially when you're traveling solo. Even if you're not traveling solo, do not rely on anybody you're around, you're with. These promises that people be trying to make, don't do that, because you don't want to be in that bad predicament. So that's honestly my advice. Make sure your bag is secured. Make sure you got enough money for rooms that you want, enough money to eat, enough money for taxi or Uber if you're getting a rental. Make sure you got enough money for everything that you need to do, and always overestimate the cost of everything. Do not underestimate anything. When you travel, girl, get all your connects, because the best thing about traveling is not only making the bag, but making the connects, finding photographers, finding artists, finding whoever else got the same passions as you. Sis, travel, connect, build what you need to build, and have fun, live your life. Fuck everyone else's opinions. They ain't shit. Fuck everyone dissing you about being a dancer. They ain't getting enough money, clearly. And live your motherfucking life. Anyways, I hope you guys liked that video. I didn't even know what I was going to say in the video, but clearly everything that I say just comes out naturally, because you know how I do. Yeah, that's about it. Thanks, y'all. Until next time. Let me know what other tips you want as a dancer, and sis, I got you. I'm gonna keep it raw with you. I'm gonna make sure you're straight. I'm gonna make sure your funds are better. I'm gonna make sure you're safe everywhere you go. I'm gonna make sure you could know how to finesse. What you want, sis, I can give you. So comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Give this video a thumbs up, and until next time.